Hi guys, appreciate you over here. If you're new here, this is Teach Me Database channel where we talk about all things database. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to print the memory size of a table in PostgreSQL. So let's dive right in there. Okay. So here I have on the right side a terminal, Postgres terminal in data grip open, and we're gonna create a table or maybe just reuse a table, and then I will walk you through commands, functions, hooks, endpoint, whatever you want to call it, which PostgreSQL system administration side of things provide, and that can be utilized to gather the memory size of a particular table. Okay, so here I have a table, select all from students. Okay, so I already created this table with ID, age, and lives on campus, and I added dummy data. The table is not super important, it just has dummy data, just to walk you through an example. Now in PostgreSQL, in PostgreSQL, before we dive into the actual functions, it's important to let you know that PostgreSQL stores data, or I should say rows, in tuples or tuples. Whenever the overall size of that particular tuple is more than 8 kilobyte, then PostgreSQL creates a separate table to store extra contents. Whenever you have a variable length column in a tuple, PostgreSQL will create toast table. So when you are storing JSONB at store, PostgreSQL will store things in extra table, which is called toast table. Okay, having said that, the first function I want you to take a look into is PG total relation size. This one provides you the total disk space used by the specified table, including all indexes and toast data. Indexes would be the indexes you have added on the table, and toast, I just told you about toast table, where PostgreSQL stores extra data, variable in data, into toast tables and refers it. So let's take a look into this one, PG total relation size. This one accepts the OID or the name of a table or the toast table and returns the total on disk space used for that table, including all associated indexes. This function is equivalent to PG table size plus PG indexes size. Sounds good. Let's find the OID of this particular table. We have created a students. Okay, so pretty simple. Let me increase the font here. Select all from PG class, where relation name I like, and then we're gonna have, let me put it on separate line. Relation name is like students. Okay, so we have in PG class, which stores, there's another video, I think my last to last video has all the details, so go take a look into that video, or I should say take a look into that stream, PG class stores all relations. So in tuple relational calculus, a relation is a table. It can be index, it can be toast, it can be PostgreSQL system table. PG class will provide you the OID, which is the object ID stored, which is kind of a primary key for each of the relation or each of the object defined in PostgreSQL. So we take this OID, and now we're gonna take a look into, actually we're gonna just run this method on top of this. Okay, select this PG total relation size, and then we provide the OID, and there you go, 40960. Now what the hell does it mean? It means it is the total disk space used. As I said, PostgreSQL stores these. PostgreSQL is based on a virtual page size. The disk space is counted in virtual terms. Now let's say now we have this size in disk space. Next you want it in actual memory size, right? So the next function I want you to take a look into is PG size pretty. So PG size pretty converts a size in bytes expressed as a 64-bit integer into a human readable format. So the one we saw, 64-bit integer, was that would be converted into readable, human readable format. So let's do that. We'll just wrap this, okay, around this, and boom, the table size is 40 kilobyte. Alright, so this is how you would be able to find the size in human readable memory units for any table you have in PostgreSQL. Now this size includes the indexes, index table, as well as toast table created for any relation for any table you have created. Okay, so again, PG total relation size, then I will add the link below in the comments as well as on the newsletter. And the second wrapper is PG size pretty, and these are pretty cool functions to remember. And the query would be taking the OID of whatever relation you or whatever table you want the size for. Now there's one more thing we can try. Okay, let's try this. Instead of the OID, I would like to provide the students table. Okay, we would have to wrap it under string, I think. Let's see. And it looks like, let's remove this from PG class. For some reason a lot of them are being printed out, because I think it would be I don't have to do from PG class because it is working for each row. There you go. Alright, 40960. So as they said, you can also provide the name of the table in here, and let's wrap it with PG size pretty and see if this works or no. Sorry, there you go, 40 KB, same thing, right? So you can go through the OID approach, or you can go through name approach. It's gonna give you the same thing, and it's gonna take into account the indexes as well as toast table size in there. So if you have variable length, the size might become too high, too huge, and it's good to use these to understand exactly in human term how big of a table it is. Well, I hope this gives you some clarity whenever you are looking into your database, whenever you're looking into your schema, to find out which are the biggest table on which you should maybe run a vacuum analyze regularly. Maybe you have to figure out as the table size is growing, maybe you need to do some kind of partitioning and so on. Okay, but yeah, I hope these two commands help you out in the future. For more details, I would be adding all the code I'm using here into the newsletter. Okay, appreciate you over here. Thank you. If you like the value of the content I provide, feel free to subscribe, like the video, or subscribe to the newsletter where you can get everything I use over here. Thank you. See ya.